Welcome to this joint presentation of the Wisconsin Resource Center for Charter Schools and the Wisconsin Association of School Boards. I am Barry Forbes, WSB Associate Executive Director and Staff Counsel. This session is part 2 of a 9-part series of programs designed for school board charter school authorizers. Session 2, Authorizer Duties, Section 118.40, Paren 3M. Wisconsin law assigns a number of duties to school boards and other charter school authorizers. Those duties include the following: solicit and evaluate charter school applications. Authorizers should welcome charter school applications and have a duty to evaluate any application it receives. Authorizers must consider the principles and standards for quality charter schools established by the National Association of Charter School Authorizers. NACSA is a membership organization of charter school authorizers with a mission to increase and improve quality educational opportunities for children by strengthening charter school authorizing. NACSA helps charter school authorizers increase their capacity to authorize and monitor quality charter schools. NACSA principles and standards are central to that effort. Note that the statute requires that authorizers consider NACSA principles and standards. Prior to the last state budget, Section 118.40, Paren 3M, Paren B, required authorizers to adhere to NACSA principles and standards. This change in wording suggests authorizers are not necessarily bound to NACSA principles and standards, but should give those principles and standards some consideration. More authorizer duties. Authorizers should give preference in awarding contracts to charter schools serving children at risk. They should only approve high-quality charter school applications that meet identified educational needs and promote a diversity of educational choices. Authorizers must monitor charter school performance and compliance with state law. Authorizers must submit an annual report to the Department of Public Instruction and the clerks of the Wisconsin Senate and Assembly. That report would include the following: identification of each charter school under contract, and of each charter school under contract that had its contract non-renewed or revoked, or that had closed, and each charter school under contract that has not yet begun to operate. The report should also include information about the academic and financial performance of each charter school operated under contract with the authorizer. It is important that you provide an accurate, detailed account of academic and financial performance. Should a dispute arise between you as the authorizer and the charter school regarding charter school performance, your assessment of the charter school's performance in those annual reports may be relevant to the resolution of such a dispute. The annual report must include the operating costs that the school board or other authorizer incurred for carrying out its duties under the charter contract, detailed in an audited financial report. The annual report should also include a description of the services provided by the authorizer to the charter school under the contract and an itemized accounting of the cost of those services. The Department of Public Instruction provides technical assistance and templates to help authorizers comply with the annual reporting requirement. You can find more information about this on the DPI Authorizer Information webpage that is linked on this slide. We will next examine the National Association of Charter School Authorizers Principles and Standards. These will be discussed in more detail in later sessions of this training module. The 3 core principles of quality charter authorizing are maintain high standards for schools, uphold school autonomy, and protect student and public interest. Next, identifies 5 standards for quality charter school authorizing. The first is authorizing agency commitment and capacity. Ask yourself if you have created all the systems and processes you will need to select and monitor quality charter schools. This will require administrative and organizational structures and human and financial resources. Your goal in chartering is to foster excellent schools. The first standard requires that you ask yourself if you have the commitment and capacity to do that. The next standard relates to the application process. It should be clear, fair, and transparent. Your application process should help you identify and improve high-quality charter schools and identify and not approve of other applications that do not offer the prospect of high quality. The third Nexus standard is performance contracting. The charter contract is a critical document defining the relationship between the authorizer and the charter school. Step 1 is to make certain that the charter school is a legally incorporated entity independent of the authorizer. The contract is a legally binding document between the two legally independent entities. The contract must articulate the rights and responsibilities of the authorizer and charter school. Contract language should be clear and unambiguous such that a third party might determine what the authorizer and charter school agreed to by simply reading the contract. If there are disagreements between the charter school and authorizer regarding the rights and responsibilities of each party that cannot be resolved, a third party, such as a court, might be called on to determine each party's rights and responsibilities. The court will base its decision on the contract. The next Nexus standard relates to charter school oversight and evaluation. The authorizer's role in oversight and evaluation of the charter school has similarities to the school board's role in oversight and evaluation of the administration of a school district. This requires a balancing of the authorizer's need to collect the information it needs to oversee and evaluate the charter school with the charter school's legally entitled autonomy. The final Nexus standard relates to charter revocation and renewal decisions. A revocation of a charter is a decision by the authorizer to stop operation of the charter school during the term of the charter contract. A renewal or non-renewal is a decision to offer or not offer another contract at the expiration of a charter contract. Good authorizers make charter renewal and non-renewal decisions based on merit. Political considerations should not come into play. A charter school that does not provide quality education should not be renewed simply because it is popular with the parents of its students. Renewal decisions should be based on an assessment of the performance of the charter school and of the need in the district for continuation of the programs offered by the charter school. A charter revocation is a serious decision. Parents and the charter school governance board may disagree and resist the authorizer's decision to revoke. The authorizer is responsible for protecting student and the public's interest, and in some situations, a charter revocation may be required. This concludes Session 2, Authorizer Duties, Section 118.40, paren 3M.